A journey that no one expected, starting from a reunion of old friends, resulting in the fall of a nation. History runs in circles, but to break the cycle, it's simply unheard of.
As we keep going forward.
Right. As soon as Lons is all the way in, I'm going to have Ventus, Tudok, and Lons all roll intelligence checks to see how well you soak in the information.
Okay.
I better roll high.
Yeah, you don't have any bonuses, do you?
Nope.
Can the bonus be me handing him a fucking manual?
Yeah.
Like I've got one. Like this is radios for dummies. Basically, it's gonna say radios for Turok right there on the front.
An introduction guide for Turok.
Yep. Radios for Turok.
So what do I need to pass this?
Just tell me what you rolled and we'll let you know.
Well, I was going to see if I could just take my regular intelligence. I just don't know if I should. All right.
So an intelligence roll is going to...
Yeah,
it's going to be a D20 plus your intelligence modifier. There is no base.
All right.
Okay. So this isn't a saving throw or anything. This is
baby!
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay.
First roll of the game.
Ventus grabs it, looks at it, and goes, "Got it." effortlessly puts everything together, gets it on, tests it out, gives a quick check.
Bro, if that's not like foreshadowing, I hope that's foreshadowing for the rest of this game. I hope I don't get bodied.
Tudorok, on the
That-
other hand, doesn't look so psyched.
Hold on. Is it the saving throw or just regular D20 plus a modifier?
D20 plus your modifier.
Okay, well, I've got no modifier and I rolled a 19.
Nice.
And
So-
believe that
so-
actually
Even without the pop-up book with the pictures that you handed him on how to operate this, Turok actually manages to put it all on and test it all out with zero effort.
Zane is literally just kind of like, where the fuck did these guys come from?
Now,
This is,
Lons, welcome to the stream.
Testing, 1, 2, not working.
There
There
he
he
is.
is.
All right, so Zane has just handed everybody their communication comms. I need you to roll me an intelligence check. It's just the D20 plus your intelligence modifier to see how well you understood the directions that he gave you.
Yo,
Alright.
That's sick. I found my Yu-Gi-Oh deck just now.
Oh, goddamn.
Okay,
Anyway.
so you say roll d20 with intelligence?
Yes.
7.
You might want to hand the pop-up book to Lons.
I
Don't mind it saying for Torok.
Please tell me this thing is written in crayon. I swear to Christ.
No. It's really interesting. I had a book, and on the front of it, it says, "Radios for Turok." What you'll see Zane do is he'll stop, and he'll be like, "Wait a minute, so Turok got it." So he's gonna actually like pull out a pen real quick, and you're gonna see him mark it off to the next. And he's gonna flip it around. He's gonna hit it. Gonna hit Lons.
So Lons, when he hands you this book and you open up, it's got a pop-up with pictures on it that shows you in detail on every pop-up page how to put it on, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to change the channels.
What's bad is he has higher intelligence. He has higher intelligence. He's smarter than both. Technically, he's smarter than both me and Turok. And
Combined.
he's probably looking at us like, "How did y'all get this?"
Let's just assume it's written in a language I don't understand.
That's why it's a pop-up book.
It's written in top.
It's written in English.
English. Alright.
Shout out
So-
to all my.
After Lons has gone through the book a couple of times, he seems to understand it now and kind of presses on the throat mic and gives it a quick test, and you can kind of see the lights come on, like, oh, okay, that's how it works. So while you guys have been doing this, what was your pilot's name again? Your primary guy on the Kaisaku?
Oh, Tom Helix.
Tom Helix. Tom has come up and handed you another book, and he says that this is the field guide that you had requested for the Eden String. The island that we're coming up on is the first of the 7 islands. It's Elion.
Helion.
Oh, okay.
Helios Santos.
Do you want me to give your team a breakdown of the condition and current state of Elion?
Please, if you could, it'd be great.
Alright, he says, listen very carefully. Elion is not in the greatest state of affairs right now. As you all know, there's an overlord over the islands. He's been wreaking havoc across all 7 of them. Elion is currently the only one that he has not completely taken over. It is at full-on war with him at the moment. There are 4 remaining tribes on this particular island. It is also the smallest of the islands. Somehow it's managed to hold off the longest. It was once a very vibrant forest-covered island. About half of the island has been scorched at this point. They're still managing to hold off the tyrant's current armies. Some defectors from his armies have been working with the tribes to try to help them hold off even more. A lot of the people in his army are forced into service for him. Don't assume that every enemy you cross is actually an enemy. Some of them have things being held over them to keep their families alive. What I would definitely keep my eyes open for are horde scarabs. Horde scarabs are very hard to spot depending on what environment they're in. Any of the scorched areas, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb. They look like a golden nugget in the dirt or on the rock or on the burnt wood. In the forested areas, they're a little bit harder to spot because of the different species that are on this island. They're all vibrantly colored, but the vibrant colors are also in the forest itself. So when you see the golds and the silvers and the teals and the purples, some of it could be foliage, some of it could be a species of something on this island. Just be fully aware of your surroundings at all times. You don't really know what you're going to come across here. There is, and Turok, I believe this might come in handy for you, there is one stone skin on this island aside from you. Apparently she has been on these islands for close to 100 years. She's very old, she's very respected by all the tribes, and she's the only thing keeping these tribes together right now.
So we need to head to her first.
All the tribes are doing everything they can to keep her safe.
Well, it's gonna be a real shock for them when I show up.
Considering you're the only other white minotaur on this island, they'll know exactly who you are.
Yep. And it ain't gonna be a welcome home party.
No, because you don't look like a normal minotaur anymore.
Right.
I put my hand on Turok's shoulder and I pat him and I say, "Man, don't worry about all that. We got this. We're gonna figure it out. Sounds like you got some family there, so be hyped, be excited, be pumped up."
I would if I could remember anything about my early years of life there.
Surely they remember you.
Well,
no.
the Stoneskin tribe damn near got wiped out years ago.
Yep.
When this war initially kicked off. They were the first tribe to get attacked, and they held off for quite some time. With only one remaining, there's really no telling what's going to happen if she falls. Turok is technically, him and his brother are technically still surviving members, but neither have grown up here, so aren't officially recognized as members of the tribe. And now that he looks like that, they may not recognize him as a member of the tribe at all, if ever.
Is it like blasphemy or something?
I still got my mark, but
You still have your mark, but you'll have to do a trial
yep.
for them to accept you as one of them. That's
Even
just what I've
though I
learned
was
about the customs of the
chieftain's
Minotaurs.
son.
When your father fell, Mishka became the tribal leader, so only her bloodline is considered recognized.
Yep.
So if she falls, there's technically nobody to run in her place. And if she falls, there's a good chance all the other tribes that are remaining will split.
So in other words, I need to pass these trials, get in, just to keep it alive.
Yes.
and keep everybody together.
You just do what I always do. Just go into a group of people, find the biggest guy there, and punch the little guy next to him. Gotta assert dominance.
That went completely different from what I was thinking.
That is not where I thought he was going either.
I was like, take out the biggest guy there. I was like, yeah, they pretty much did with this damn war.
Find the biggest guy and kick his minion in the face.
Exactly.
Because every big guy has a minion.
Apparently.
Logic.
Yeah.
Time to shake a
Love it.
baby. Roll Tide.
That's definitely in universe, especially here. All right, so
Now, where the sprite's going to be dropping you guys at is going to be just about a mile or so inland from the coast. And I believe it's going to be one of the Kenai tribe that's going to be meeting you there. They're expecting your arrival.
All right, so we're going to need to load up in the Sprite and head down.
do we have a place to touch down?
Isaac, give us some basic overhead coverage and also to help us with comms range and stuff like that.
Want to repeat that one more time? You kind of did this weird phaser thing. It
So
wasn't
we're
your
about-
mic, it was your video.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was just saying we're gonna load up in the Sprite and everything. We're probably about to head down. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna, use the Kaizaku to help give us cover and also to help us coordinate comms. Since they have a better than what we do in my arm.
Okay.
But they'll help us play if we need to.
Okay. As you guys start getting everything loaded in onto the Sprite, Maria comes up to you, Zane, and informs you of everything that's being loaded and that she has something that she needs to do on the island for the academy that she's been asked to do. She just wants you to be aware that she'll be on the ground. She is bringing her own private security with her.
Okay, like what exactly are you trying to get accomplished?
Nobody's touched down here since the last time you were here, so they want me to do a layout of the islands as you progress through. So they've provided me a security detail to be able to start mapping everything out and marking any new species that are out here or any species that we were unaware of. All for the knowledge base.
Well, the college is all big about that. Yay, Collegium de Esoterica, you guys are great. So,
Why didn't I just get my sister to read the instruction manual to me? I probably could have done that.
didn't like the pop-up book? What the hell, man?
Joke's on you, I'm also colorblind, so it didn't really help.
Bro.
Attack. Yeah, press the red button. They're all red buttons.
What shade of gray are you looking for?
Light to bright.
Colorblind?
Light to bright.
Anyways, she finishes loading up a few things, and then you see her security detail walk on, and you actually recognize some of the guys that walk on there, and Ventus, you recognize a few of them as well. Some of them are guys that you were in the academy with. And Zane, some of them are men that were actually part of the security detail when you first came through the Eden String.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna I'm gonna try and find the lead security guy for that detail.
Okay.
I wanna just kind of tap him on the shoulder real quick.
All right. There's an older elven gentleman that turns around and looks at you and says, Zane Corvus, it has been quite some time. And you recognize him as Barabbas Longleaf.
Longleaf? Jeez, man. You haven't aged a day.
Well, unlike you humans, I don't age in years like you do.
That's very true, very true.
You remember him as someone who was always very direct, never really understood sarcasm or humor. He was always a very straight-faced, straight-laced, on the dot, to the T type person.
Which is why my brain just said, click, okay, yeah, no jokes, got it.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna like me.
So,
At all. He's going to be very
At
confused
all.
by you.
so I'm just going to look at him and be like, Longleaf, I don't think I've got to tell you. You know that the Eden string is what it is. Do your best to keep Maria safe. She's one of my.
Oh, absolutely. Most of the cadets that we have going on this with us are fresh out of the academy, but they are top of their class. I know you recognize a few of the other faces here. That's Branson from back in our early days at the academy, and Toga. And when he points at Toga, Toga is a half-orc that when you were in the academy, he was always kind of the guy that really stood out to everybody for multiple reasons. One, he was a half-orc. But two, he was a very intelligent, very well-rounded orc. It was very uncommon in the days when you were in the academy for them to be as sophisticated is not the proper word, but that's the one I'm going to be using. As sophisticated as he was at the time, he had a very human air about himself. And when he looks up and he sees you, and he immediately walks over and says, "Zane, I've still got the scar where you got me." And he points right at the inside of his shoulder, where the shoulder connects by the chest, pulls the sleeve back and shows you the scar.
Like, yeah, I kind of didn't go easy on you, did I?
No, and I wouldn't have expected you to. I had to prove myself somehow, and I did in that fight. I still won. I'm one of the few that gets to say that.
Yeah. That's a really good left hook you got me with.
It was a lucky left hook, I'm not gonna lie.
I did not see it coming.
So I finally get to meet the man that beat my Uncle Zane.
So Toga looks over at you and says, "You must be Full Rose."
That's me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. And again, it was a very lucky left hook.
And
I mean,
I look at him.
whatever
and I'm
works
like,
on the battlefield, yeah.
A win's a win, but
I look at Toga. I'm like, hey, so you've got a scar, and I was like, I'm pulling over a truck. I'm like, hey, he's got one too, but it's in his leg.
Toga looks at you and goes, "Did he shoot you too?"
Okay, I snap out. I was zoned out, still thinking about heading to my home island, but I snap into him like, wait, what?
Did he shoot you too?
Oh yeah, about how long ago was it since we got landed on the Kazaku?
Couple days.
Yeah, about a couple of days ago. You know, when we first got here.
He looks at you, looks back at you, Zane, and says, "Well, guess your aim's still not that great when you're going off of pure reflex."
I'm blaming it on the atmosphere, and we got up here, staying, not really firing at high altitudes, and Yeah, we'll call it that.
Hey, you hear that?
Never
I
thought
hear
I'd hear the day that
excuses.
Zane had an excuse.
Yeah. It
Bro.
happens. It happens. You know.
Nah, what it
Fine.
really was is he couldn't wait to finally shoot me and to have an excuse to do it. That's what
We've all been waiting for that, though, not just him.
right.
He got lucky.
And then Tugga starts to sniff at the air and he goes, "Who smells good?"
I wanted like
Fine,
just,
good.
I want to casually
Road.
just like sidestep towards him and just kind of lean in and let the might be me.
He slowly turns and looks at you and goes, leans in. Okay, why do you smell pretty? You're a man.
He smells.
That's gotta be confusing. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, you're the Rosemary Bard, aren't you?
Alive and well.
Good to know. You must be Maria's brother.
Yeah.
Well,
Sam.
just know she's in good hands. We'll protect her with our very lives.
Good,
If
because she's
anything
a
happens
smart
to
one
her,
in the
it's 'cause
family.
we're all dead. He says, Zane, it's good catching up with you. We're gonna get loaded so we can get down to the ground.
All right.
I've spent way too much time in the air. Alright, you guys loading up on the Sprite?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
Thing
You
they
guys
loaded, everything like that.
say again?
I said everybody's got everything they need. We got the war chest loaded, everything like that.
Yeah, we put that on there a little bit earlier, me and Turok. Right, Turok?
Yep. Yep.
Why do I?
Roll me a bluff check real quick, Ventus. And Turok.
Not the time to try.
Is that a modifier on that?
I think so.
Is it charisma?
Deception?
Yeah, it'd be under your deception.
Oh, so I got
Yeah, I got a 14.
Alright.
Hey, me too.
Alright, Zane.
27 on perception. So fuck yeah.
Yeah, y'all didn't fool him at all.
You do realize
Even with our double 14?
You do
Go ahead,
realize
Zane.
us over whenever you say that you did something you didn't do.
I was just kidding. Chill. It was just a joke. Listen up. Drink
guys
some
go-
whiskey.
Y'all going back for the war chest?
Yeah. Come on,
Alright, so
Zane.
Doesn't
Come
he
make
have
sure we
like
get it. Let's
1,000
go.
people in this ship that can do it?
No.
Not
Alright,
everybody
so you
has a
guys go back and
+5
grab
strength
the-
modifier, Turok. Jesus.
Right. So you guys go back and grab the war chest, and as you're coming back, Zane kind of watches you guys. Just kind of gives you the dead eye to make sure he sees you walk in to the Sprite with it.
Kinda tempted to drop it right at the ramp of the ship.
All right, Zane, you got it the rest of the way.
Yep.
That's funny.
Tom walks up and says, "All right, the Sprite is loaded and ready to roll. As soon as you guys get inside and get strapped in, Sprite will take you down to the island."
All right, let's get.
Tudok, roll me a d6.
Uh-oh. Four.
All right. Okay, so you guys get on there. Everybody in their seats and seated.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm buckled up.
Alright.
That's a lot of dice rolls.
Tom walks in, pulls the doors shut, locks everything in, goes and takes his seat at the pilot seat, gets everything turned on, says, alright, ready for departure, and we are leaving now. Got 3 minutes till we make touchdown on land. As you guys are heading down to the surface, you're able to get a pretty good aerial overhead view of what most of the island looks like. And you can see that well over half the island is about 75% of it is scorched, going all the way to the opposite end. And where you're going to is on the end of the island where you guys are at, as when you're coming down into it, you can see the multicolored green forestry. You can see some spots here and there where there's some lighting from fires from the tribes, where they have their areas pretty well lit up, mostly because they're not worried about being seen from overhead. The jungle foliage is thick enough that it hides the lighting unless you're within a certain perimeter of the fire. And as you're going down, you start making out some individuals standing on the open flat area where you're going to be landing at. It takes a few minutes, and then you guys make it down to the island. Tom lands the Sprite, kicks everything off, goes and unlocks the doors and pushes the main doors open. Maria and her guard get up and start grabbing their things to exit the Sprite. And Tom stands by as they exit. Maria gives him some instructions on where to pick them up from and on what day to pick them up. Excuse me. And then Tom turns to the party and says, all right, gentlemen, this is where we part our ways. If you go out, it looks like your liaison is waiting for you.
Well, we appreciate everything you've done for us, so thank you.
Be safe in your travels, and like I said, keep your head on a swivel. There's no telling what to expect down here.
Appreciate
Thanks for the warning.
After you guys exit, you do see several minotaurs that are standing there. There's a few humans and a couple of dwarves as well, which kind of catches you off guard a little bit. Zane, you were completely unaware of anything other than minotaurs, lizard folk, satyrs, and the such living in these areas. So it's probably got your curiosity why there's even dwarves here, let alone how they got here.
I mean, I'm a little confused.
So they're standing about 20 feet away from where you guys exited the craft. Tom has now closed the doors to the craft after you guys have removed everything, turned everything back on, and you guys see the Sprite lift away. What do you do from here?
What time of day is it?
It's a little after midday.
So the sun's still out.
Yes.
I'd like to remark that I did kind of change into some more tactically sound clothing, so I'm not wearing the big trench coat and all that other good stuff. I'm actually wearing the pack clothing and
Okay.
like no sleeves and that kind of deal.
Oh, my man's went sleeveless.
So he's not afraid to show off his arm now.
Oh no, not while we're here. Fuck no.
He wants his enemies to be very aware.
Bro, no shit.
Now, on that note, I want to find the nearest rock, and I want to sharpen the blade of my axe, and my knives, and my axes.
Okay. Well, as you look around, there's actually quite a few boulders throughout the landing area, and some of them look like somebody's actually used them before to sharpen their weapons on. And you do see a dwarf sitting on top of one that's about the boulder itself is about 3 feet high. It looks like it got dropped from the air and just buried itself in the ground. And you can see him running his axe blade through a crevice that's in the stone. You can just kind of see him running it back and forth, pulling it out and wiping the blade off occasionally, putting an oil back on it, and then he goes right back to doing the same thing.
Can I talk to this guy?
You sure can.
What's so special about this rock that makes it sharpen your blade that much better?
He looks up at you and he says, it's the same kind of stone we use on the grinding wheels.
In this particular spot?
Well, it just happens to be where it fell. We're here. I'm guard. Might as well keep my blade sharp.
I'm here to do the same, if you don't mind me joining you.
Ah, not a problem at all. Give me just a moment. Pulls his axe back up, takes a look at it, and he holds it right up to your face. And he's got the edge about a ½ inch from your nose. He goes, "Does that look sharp enough to you?"
I want just like a single piece of my blue hair to just kind of gently fall after he does that. Yeah, seems sharp enough. Plenty sharp.
Excellent. Excellent. He grabs this vial that he had sitting next to him and hands it to you and says, "Pour that on your blade. It'll definitely make it sharp." And he slides off the top of the stone. Says, "Remember, you want a north and south drag."
North and south drag. I do exactly that. I pour some of that bad boy on the tip of my battle axe.
All right.
And I go to town.
All right. Do me a favor. I need you to take a D100.
Yep.
And give me your first roll.
93.
After you put the coating on it and you go for that first push for the north run on it, you hear the grind go down the side of the metal. You just hear that. And when you pull it up to look at it, you can see where there's several spots in your blade that weren't quite flat, and you can actually visibly see where it flattened them out. Give me another D100.
Beautiful. 48.
Alright, when you go to pull it south, it catches just a little bit. So you push it back up and then pull back to the south again. And when you pull it out, you can see that it's done the same thing towards the bottom of the blade of your axe. And he walks over and taps you on your hip. He says, "When you're doing your push, make sure you have a little bit of an arch in it. So you put the tip of the blade in, you curve it and arch it. When you pull it back down, you curve it and arch it back towards you. You'll keep it from snagging."
I do that. I do exactly what he says.
Alright. And after you get it going back and forth a little bit, you're kind of getting the rhythm for it. And you can hear the grinding is getting less and less. You can actually hear at this point more of a roll me a D6.
4.
Nice. So whenever you're using that side of the blade, are you going to do both sides of the axe or just the one?
Oh, definitely both.
Doing both sides? All right, so you'll be able to flip over and do the other, and you're going to hear the same. You're going to hear that hard grind at first, and then you'll eventually hear that smooth just. You'll be able to roll an additional D4 for slashing damage whenever you roll your damage. For the next 3 fights.
Not bad.
So the dwarf, he sits there and watches you as you do everything. He says, "Do you mind if I take a look?"
Of course.
He reaches up and pulls your axe down. He observes the blade and he goes, "Ah, that's a mighty fine grind you got going. That ought to help you quite a bit in battle." And he hands it back to you. Tarify Peak. And you are?
Lons Lebec.
Lons Lebec. Pleasure to meet you. So, what's your business here on the Eden String?
I wish I had an inkling of an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm just
Fair
following
enough.
these guys.
Ah, a follower, not a leader. That's fine. Not everybody's meant to lead. But, you got a fine axe. It'll serve you well. If you
Super
follow
sharp.
me, I'll bring you over to the fire and we can get some grub, get a little bit of drink.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Zane, what you doing?
Zane's gonna kind of look around and he's gonna try and take note of like basically the terrain and
Okay.
where he's gonna have his handgun present. He's gonna be like, okay, I've got my gun and all that. And he's gonna be like, I wonder if it'd be useful to do this. And then I'm gonna stretch out my left hand and I'm gonna concentrate for a second, and then you're gonna see the radiant rifle appear in my hand. And I'm going to put that over my shoulder, and I'm going to basically be walking with it just in case we need it.
Okay. Ventus?
I kind of am super interested because I've never really been away from our home continent, so I just am like taking in every single thing. I'm like listening for wildlife. I'm looking around to see if I see any other groups of people, whether they want to be seen or not. Like I'm looking around to really take in my surroundings and really get a feel, because now I'm extremely unfamiliar with anything. So
Okay.
I'm like super alert right now.
Okay, because of your keen interest in what's going on around you right now, having never been here, I'm going to let you do this with advantage. So roll twice and take the higher number. Roll me a
Alright.
perception.
All right. Oh, nice. Perception. 18 plus 5.
23.
23, yeah.
Nice. All right, so as you're looking around, you can distinctly see specific areas along the tree line where people have used as an entrance and an exit to get to certain areas on from here. And just beyond the tree line, you can just make out the shadows of figures at each of those areas. It looks like they might be guards to make sure that whoever's coming to that particular path is supposed to be there. So you're, in your mind, you know you probably don't want to approach it without permission or without an escort.
Do I notice if they're looking at me?
They're
they-
watching all of you. You can kind of see the shadow of their heads moving slowly, looking in at different members of your party. Looking at, you can see every now and then it kind of looks like the shadow leans a little bit to look past you to see if there's anything behind you.
Really sizing us up?
Yeah, it looks like they are definitely trying to be just as aware of what is going on as you are.
Which I respect. I respect that, especially if their job is to guard this.
Yeah.
I just hopefully we don't have any trouble with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of look around. I see them, and I kind of look back at Lons, he's following the dwarf, right?
Yes.
Uh, do I see where they're going?
You can see Lons and the dwarf walking towards a small fire that's right there on where the rest of the group is at, that's waiting on you guys.
So I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try out the new tech, and I put my hand on my neck and I call Zane and say, uh, Zane, come in. Can you hear me?
I just reach over and like, yeah, what's going on?
Well, I really just wanted to test this out, but I'm about to go with Lons over to this fire up there. So I guess I'll see y'all whenever y'all get over there.
So,
And I make my way towards Lons and the dwarf.
All right. Turok.
I'm gonna walk over to Zane and be like, okay, what exactly is our plan here?
well, we're here for the relic.
Okay, do you think we need to make our way to, what's her name again?
Keen Eye. Keen Eye.
Okay, and that's,
That's the liaison that you're supposed to be meeting with.
okay,
That's kind of a genius name, by the way, just out of character.
right.
Keen Eye is just brilliant.
Turok, you should recognize that clan name.
Nat 20, I do.
From the meeting that you were in that made you the Arch Paladin,
Yeah.
Amnim Keen Eye, that's one of her people.
That's right, okay. Sorry, I'm still taking in everything, coming here and everything. And I'm also kind of just like looking around, seeing if anything will trigger any memory of me being here
Okay.
when I was younger.
Roll me an insight check.
What is my insight? It probably ain't great. Oh, it actually is. 18 plus 8.
All right.
26.
There's
Yeah.
nothing that really triggers a memory of anything particular for you. You do kind of recognize the area a little bit, though, as if it may have been a place that at one time when you were a child, you may have played here. You may have visited this particular spot on the island with some of the other tribes when your tribe was still around.
Okay. Okay. So this looks a little familiar. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it does seem familiar. Okay. Zane, wanna go join Ventus and Lons?
Yeah, it's probably best we do.
Alright. And I assume that we took the war chest off the
Yes.
ship, right? Okay, so
God, let's
I guess
hope
I'm
so.
just gonna drag it back by myself.
Yep.
Yes.
You say that like you're not 8 foot, 9 foot tall dragon minotaur,
Right? You ain't got the right to be lazy.
bro.
You
That
pick them up and you put them down. Just do it.
that's as heavy as a fifth of whiskey for you.
He's
More
like
or less.
kicking it like a child kicking a can. I don't wanna just fucking
Kicks it and it flies like what?
right. The war chest is like twice my size, and he just like tink.
Yeah. So as everybody starts to approach the fire, Zane, you do notice, you and Lons both see her before anybody else, but you guys notice Keen Eye sitting on one side of the fire, and she hasn't moved. She's just watching your approach. Lons, as you're walking in, the dwarf points over at a spot for you to sit and says, "You can sit right there. I'll bring you some food in just a moment." And you see that she's actually got her eyes locked on you.
On me.
On you.
Okay. I don't know if I should have like sexy pose or bite my lip. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Roll me a perception.
All right. Let's see. We got a good old dirty 20.
Good old dirty 20. All right. The look that she's giving you is, it looks like a look of disdain and concern.
Is she
You know
near
for
me?
a fact you have. She's about 5 feet from you. She's right on the other side of the fire where you're sitting. You know you've never met her before.
Of course.
So it really doesn't make sense to you why she's looking at you like this.
Okay. Well, I just kind of want to nonchalantly sit there and wait for my food and glance her way every once in a while to see if she's still staring at me, which I'm sure she still will be.
Okay. Well, about the time that Ventus, Tudor, and Zane reach the fire, dwarf comes over and hands you a plate and a mug and says, "Enjoy the meal and enjoy the brew." As you reach up to take it, she finally stands up. And she walks to you, Zane. When she walks over to you, she says, "You Zane Corvus?"
And I politely give her a bow, and I say, "Yes, ma'am."
What's his kind doing in your company?
He's a stalwart companion. Helped us out in a lot of trying times.
I find that very difficult to believe, considering his kind have been working for the enemy for the last 20 years.
What do you mean by his kind? As I interject, I interrupt.
She
For
looks
like a
over at
mile
you.
away.
She turns and looks at you, Ventus, and the look that she gives you, I need you to roll to see if we're going to see if you get intimidated or not.
So am I rolling a save of some sort?
An
Yeah.
intimidation save, yep. It's a will save. Never mind.
She nat 20. Damn.
She's nat 20.
Yeah. When she
Oh,
looks at you,
Damn.
your spine feels like it grew hair, and the hair stood up.
Ew.
I look at her and I go, ugh. Ugh.
And you realize that was probably a bad idea. I'm going to go sit down.
Fine. I don't want to talk to you anyway.
And
You see Zane turn and like look at him, and like with his most serious face, like he can pop muster, he just looks straight at Ventus and says, "But the elder speaking remains silent."
Did you see her face?
I snap like that. I'm like, "Oh, me." Sorry.
She turns back to you, Zane. She goes, "You should get your youngling under control before he gets himself hurt." But to answer his rude question, the moles have been working for the Destroyer for 20 years. I find it very hard to believe that one is in your company and working against him.
I stop for a second, and I'm trying to find the best way to be. I just think for about seconds, and then I just look at her and I'm like, we are from the continent of Everalis. This young man has been on the continent of Everalis since he was born. He has been in the confines of slavery for most of his childhood life, and he came to us in the midst of probably one of our tumultuous times. So he has not been a part of this.
I see. She turns on heel and walks right over to you, Lons, and leans all the way down to where her nose is just centimeters from yours.
Everything's getting so close to my face today.
And she says, "Are you willing to kill your own kind?"
I don't even know any of my own kind to know how to answer that. I have a sister, a mom, and a dad. That's it. Beyond that, I don't associate with anyone else. Never met another mole before.
She kind of looks you up and down to assess you. She stands up and says, "I believe you.
Well, that's
I'll be
good.
watching, but I believe you." She turns back around and she looks at you, Turok. And when she looks at you, she says, "I want to say you're a stone skin, but what are you?"
I am a stone skin. I was an albino minotaur, but I've been gifted the half dragon minotaur from a celestial.
Oh. So prophecies do come true.
I'm sorry, say what now?
She turns to you, Zane, and says, "We have a prophecy that a stone skin of scale would one day return to our islands to help us.
Good.
To be sure that he's the right one,
Good.
he will have to pass a trial."
Zane's just cursing under his breath. Getting happening. Not prophecies. Prophecies and lore. And lore and prophecies. Where
So be it. This is the way.
oh gosh, really?
I'm so glad you did that.
Oh
She gives you a nod and says, "This is the way."
god.
I couldn't pass it up.
Is this a fucking crossover?
Now, she turns to Ventus and says, "Since you're so curious, you can run the trial with him."
I pick up my sword that I've been cleaning and maintaining. Look at her. Look at my sword. All right, let's go.
Says, "This is our way."
Whatever you want.
She turns to Zane and Lons and says, "You will wait here. Their trial will begin now."
Okay, Zane, hold this as I hand him the war chest.
You need the war chest?
Hold on, does he just mic drop that shit at his feet or what?
I'm waiting for him to fucking grab it.
I just look up at this 8-foot fucking beast. And then I look back down at my little skinny self and I look back up at him. Want to run that by me again? Beefy?
You still owe me for shooting me in the leg.
I look around.
So
I
hold
like
this.
like all you see is my face come around the side of Turok, and I say, "Just take the damn chest."
And I just look at my nephew and I'm like, "You shut up, tall boy. Let's just go do your trial."
Sorry, I'm a little on edge.
Fine, old man's being an old man. Lons, you hold the chest.
Turok, I'm just going to intervene on this one. You know they are not capable of holding this thing.
Why not? Lons.
It's a war chest. It took 2 of them to pick it up in the first place.
And also, fuck you, that's why.
So Your option is to set it on the ground next to Zane, and or go into the trial with it.
Ha!
Hey, you want to bring it with us? We can carry it.
I don't think there's been a single time where Ming has had to interfere with a decision we've made. But here we are.
There's a first time for everything.
You know, I could use it as a swinging weapon.
Let's just leave it. Turok, leave the damn chest, bro. They can figure it out. We got to do this. Let's get this shit over with. I'm all, you can tell Ventus is like antsy because he's like, because the woman stressed him out. So he's just like, all right, let's grease our knuckles or something. I'm ready to get this over with.
Dude's over here flexing like a peacock's feathers, man. Put them feathers back up, dude. He ain't that pretty.
And I'm just thinking like, judge me. All right.
Guess I won't get to have my fun before the trial. That's fine. That's cool. That's all nice. Set it down. Set the war chest down.
Sorry, buddy. I got your back. Let's do this. You ain't alone this time.
This is your first trial. Will require you to go without your weapons.
But I can't remove
All
these
right.
hands.
I said.
Okay, hold on. Holy shit. She actually cracks a smile.
Oh my.
I just set my swords down next to the war chest. Say, all right, let's do this.
Alright. Shield off. Lance down. Daggers out.
Crack my knuckles. All right.
Debating if I should take off my vest armor.
She says, as you reach up and kind of hesitate as you're trying to make that decision, she looks at you and you goes, no, you'll need your armor.
Okay.
Now follow me. Zane, Lawns, you guys see her guide them to a path off to the left.
That looks creepy.
I need both of you to give me perceptions. Zane and Lawns.
26.
26.
13. You heard the 13?
13? Heard.
Yeah.
Alright, so Lawns doesn't notice it, but Zane does.
Creepy.
This shadow. You recognize the shape of it. And you know it's called a Drufi. D-R-U-F-I.
Okay.
And to give you an idea of what a Drufi looks like, give me just a moment here.
I keep imagining Officer Doofy from Scary Movie.
Not Doofy, Droofy.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing. Like, the same one that got his dick in the vacuum?
Still
Like a
bothers me when
fucking
I'm cleaning my room.
Bro, that looks like a dwarf that was undead.
Looks like a fucking frost giant.
It's essentially what a Drufi is. A Drufi is a very large giant. It's one of the larger ones that you can come across.
Damn.
Large.
And you notice that there are two of them at the entrance where they are heading.
Okay. Do they have weapons?
You guys don't know what they are.
Oh, okay. I thought we could see them. Okay.
Not yet.
That was Zane's.
Jared, you and your
That
random
was
ass
Zane.
comments, bro.
So Turok, as you and Ventus are walking up, and there's a reason you recognize them, Zane, you'll know in a moment. As you're walking up, you finally get close enough that Ventus, you finally realize what these shadows were. You've never seen anything like this before. And you notice that they are bigger than Turok.
Hey, Turok, you see that?
You only think it's comedy gold.
Yep.
You also see that they each have a great axe in their hand.
So they get weapons, and we don't? Alright.
Yep.
She stops at where the two are standing and tells you they will lead you to your first trial.
Alright.
I do not advise angering them prior to getting there.
Well, hopefully they are chill. I don't wanna anger these guys. They have weapons and I don't.
Don't ask them too many questions.
I don't want to talk to them.
Good. Neither do I.
I feel like I could understand them though if they spoke.
Give me one moment.
Out of character saying that because I know the language of the giants.
I'm sorry, your character knows giant?
Yep.
Okay.
That was one of my perks. Basically, that was the runic celestial language that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if it would apply to them, considering they're also in the world.
It would.
But yeah, that's I would assume lore-wise they would speak the same language as the people of old, you know.
Yeah. Says from here, they will lead you. I will wait for you to return from your trial.
Yes, sir.
She looks
Ma'am.
at you. She goes, "Who are you calling sir?"
Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking to the giants. My bad.
What is this? What is this, 2023?
I was like, I was thinking the guy with the beard, and I'm like,
One of the giants looks down and waves for you to follow him with his axe.
okay, I misunderstood that. My bad. It was like, wait, you're old. So you're like dwarves.
Yeah, what is this, 2023? He's or she's?
Yeah.
Real quick, what
Yeah.
is it that we're supposed to do on this trial?
Says, "This is the trial. If you cannot figure out what the trial is, you'll have already failed."
Do we get a hint?
She says, "You're following it."
Deal.
Okay.
Right on. Come on, Turok, buddy. We'll figure this out.
Yep. Let's go.
So after a few minutes of following them, you follow them into a village. And in this village, you can see minotaurs everywhere. Now, Turok, what you notice is that none of these minotaurs have the keen eye marking on them.
Do they have any marking?
They have the marking of the stout skull. You know that the tribe of the Stout Skull are known for literally having thick skulls. They are notorious for headbutting in a fight. They got their name. Roll me a knowledge check real quick. Let's see if there's something you remember.
Sorry, neighbor with the light ass car.
It's all right.
Do-do-do-do. What knowledge checks? I'm not seeing knowledge on here.
Insight. We'll have to do insight.
Okay.
Insight or history?
History. That'll work.
Why'd you have to change it? God damn it. As soon as I rolled, I was like, insight, got a +8. As soon as I rolled, saw what it was, y'all said history. I'm like, fuck, I don't have anything in history. So, 11. Thanks for changing it.
Still high enough.
Woo!
So you remember a story being told to you when you were a child about how a stout skull headbutted a droofy so hard that he killed it. Didn't raise a single weapon the entire fight. Took every hit, jumped up, pulled it down to its knee, and headbutted it to kill it.
That's hardcore.
Thus the name Stout Skull was assigned to that tribe. And every Stout Skull, when you look at them with their appearance, you can see a very distinct dent in their foreheads. It's something that their tribe starts doing at a very young age. They literally headbutt boulders to build layer upon layer to reinforce their foreheads for headbutting.
I'm gonna go ahead as we're still walking. I'm gonna relay that story to Ventus.
All right, Ventus, how do you react to this story?
So wait, from being younglings, they run their
Headbutt
heads
rocks. They
into
headbutt the
boulders.
rocks. Yep.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. That's
No. It's very impressive that one of them managed to kill one of the giant buddies right here in one hit with a headbutt.
I look over at one of the Droofies, and I want to see if he understood what Turok said.
Roll me a perception.
I might as well too, because I'm kind of.
Ooh,
Nervous
that's
if I
pretty
just
good.
pissed him off.
That was a 22.
Nice. You can see him kind of bunch his eyebrows down as he's listening to the story, and he's kind of looking off to the side, like, can't believe he knows that story. Can't believe they still tell that story. Is the kind of look he has on his face. So you know it's a true story.
Yeah, I just look at him, and I speak in giant. I say, I say, I'm sure it was a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
He looks at you with kind of a shocked look on his face. And he drops down to one knee and looks at you, and he speaks back to you in giant. And he says, "How do you know our language?"
And I say, I really don't know. It just came to me. I don't understand it.
None
I
of
don't-
them understand what we speak. Your companion doesn't understand our language either.
I don't think any of my friends other than Turok here knows that I speak your language.
He kind of leans back a little bit and says, "Now I know why she sent you on this trial. You're
Well-
not gonna like this."
And I don't assume Turok can understand what we're saying.
Not a word.
Nope.
Okay. So I say, well, why do you say that?
He kind of tilts his head a little bit and says, "You're not a very patient man, are you?"
It comes and goes.
Well, let's hope the patient comes.
Noted.
Um, when was the last time you headbutted a stone?
Never. Does my father's fist count?
Unless your father's fist is hard as one of these stones, and when he points at the stone, you can see where the stone has been cracked in several places from getting headbutted. It says, unless your father's fist is as hard as that, no.
I look up at him and I say, my father's known as the Iron Wall.
Mm.
And just see if I get him to smirk a little bit.
He does chuckle a little bit, and he says, iron is sharpened by those stones.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Indeed we will. Good luck, little one.
My Uncle Zane says I'm hard-headed. I should be fine.
So he stands back up and gives you a nod, and he's still got that grin on his face.
Made him laugh.
Turok, give me a perception check.
Oh, God. My phone is tripping.
Well, why'd you give it legs?
No, I pulled up Messenger because Green messaged me, then I went back to Beyond and it closed up Beyond. 21.
God damn it, priest.
Did that just register?
No, you didn't see my face when you said it? I went.
No.
Okay.
Alright, what'd you roll?
21.
21. You see this Droofy as it stands up, you can see it grinning. So you know that whatever was said between the two of them was good.
What were y'all talking about?
Well, he was surprised that I knew his language.
Understandable.
And he told me that the trial ahead is supposed to be difficult. So I asked him, you know, what should we expect? And I made a couple of jokes here and there, and he said it's going to be rough unless we're used to headbutting rocks. And then I told him, does my father's fist count? And told him my father's name was the Iron Wall, and he thought it was funny. So
Oh, he actually caught that.
yeah.
Interesting.
He also
Alright.
said that we're the coolest people he's ever met. Roll a deception check.
Hold on. Yeah, you can roll your deception check, but I'm rolling something else.
All right. Oh damn. Okay. Let me see what my deception is. Deception. Of course, I don't have a modifier on deception. But I rolled an 18.
Okay, well, you deceive Turok. But you hear from behind you, in giant, really, you're gonna lie to your companion.
I look back up at him, and I say back in giant, it was just a joke.
He kind of nods his head. He's like, I don't get it, but okay.
It's okay. It's kind of it's a thing between us. I hope you understand. Just
Understood.
It relieves tension for me. I apologize. That's part of my personality.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
So as you guys are having this back and forth, several Minotaurs walk out. You have 3 of the females of this tribe standing in front of you. And a large male walks out and says, "Who will be the first?"
You or me? Pip, rock, scissors?
I'll do it.
Alright.
I got this.
So the small
You
one
got this.
volunteers first.
Yes, sir.
Roll me a d4. If it's a 4, you get to pick which one. If it's 1, 2, or 3, that's the female that you'll be picking.
Okay.
Is that a 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Which one do you
Uh,
choose? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
What's the difference between them? Does it matter?
No. The only real difference between the 3 of them is the color of their fur. And it's a very mild differentiation. It goes from kind of a brick red on one to a lighter brick red on the other, and the third one has a darker red tone to her fur.
The darker red.
Darker red? Okay.
Good choice.
She steps forward. She grabs both your shoulders.
Okay.
Roll me a strength check.
Alright. Yeah. Damn it, hold on. Please have a good one. That's not bad. 17.
Not good enough.
Fuck.
She yanks you in and headbutts you and drops you from the impact.
Like knocked out?
Knocked you out cold.
Yes, I'm out cold.
You see him go completely limp, and you see her just kind of hang her head in disappointment. And she's still holding on to him. And she walks over off to the side and kind of gently sets him down, pats him on the shoulder, and walks away. Another male minotaur walks out and he looks at you and says, "I'm the third for this trial. Do you want to go, or do you want me to go?"
I'll go.
All right. Roll me a d4. Odds are 1. Evens are 2. Those are the 2 remaining. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so number 2. You've got the one in the middle. She's got the, she's the one with the actual brick red fur. She walks up to you. She grabs you by the shoulders, and she's kind of looking up. And she lets go, and she turns around, and the Minotaur that had walked out in front of them says, "Give me just a moment." And he goes and picks up a stone and sets it down in front of you, and she steps up on it. Now she's eye to eye. And she grabs your shoulders again. Roll me your strength.
Good luck.
$12. Yeah, the one time it wants to roll shit.
No, it's fine, because she didn't roll that great either. When she yanks you in and headbutts you, you both see stars. You wobble a little bit, she wobbles a little bit. And she doesn't let go. She just kind of looks at you, and you can see the daze in her eyes. And she turns around and she goes, "This was a good one, Father." And she steps down slowly off the rock, still holding on to you. And once her hooves are on the ground, she lets go. She grabs you by the hand and says, "Follow me." And she walks you over next to Ventus and tells you to sit.
Alright.
And she sits down with you.
Can I roll a 20 to see if I wake up?
Yes.
All right. I rolled 13.
You're coming to.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, sleepyhead.
The final
Sleepyhead.
two step into place, and you see the Minotaur that walked up to you. You see him brace himself. And the female grabs his arms, and she rears back, and she drives her head into his forehead. And she hits him so hard, she breaks his chest piece. He falls backwards, and the chest piece is still in her hands.
God damn.
And she looks at the chest piece, looks at him, and looks back and says, "I'm sorry, Father, but this one isn't worthy either."
Holy shit.
She leans down, grabs him by the hoof, and drags him over next to Ventus and lets go. Walks over next to the other female Minotaur that knocked out Ventus. And you both kind of see her shake her head in disappointment.
Can I get a rematch? Best 2 out of 3.
The Minotaur that had walked out and told you to decide who goes first and make your choice walks up to you, Torok, and says, "I am Baron Stoutskull. These were my daughters. The only way to prove that you are part of the prophecy is what you just did. You survived a headbutt. You didn't get knocked out. But it is also a custom of the Stoutskull that you marry.
Oh,
Do
what?
you accept this proposal?"
Say yes.
This is a lot dropping on me today. Yes, I do.
Bro, I was just kidding. What the f?
He says, "Stand tall, Stone Skin, and welcome into our family.
Yeah, you got.
We shall have
thrown
your
into that
ceremony after you have finished your final trial."
Yes, sir.
My damn.
How's it feel to get threatened into a marriage? I'm glad I lost.
The female stands up and turns around and says, "You are a truly worthy mate. My name is Demio, and I am your bride-to-be." We will rebuild the Stuntskin tribe. So just a little out-of-game knowledge for you guys. This is something that Zane would know about, and Turok would be kind of familiar with, considering he doesn't know much about his own kind. The male of the Minotaurs is the one who determines the color of the fur. Now, they will have hints of the mother if the mother is from a different tribe, but they will be albino with hints of her colors in their fur.
Okay.
So she gives you a bow. It says, "Your first trial is completed. Thank you for accepting the proposal, and I will see you later this evening for our marriage."
Alright.
You know, I lean over to Turok. Bro, you don't think this is moving kind of fast, huh?
Given what we've been through in the last 2 years,
All things considered, this is an
Yeah.
easy one.
All right, well, do I get to be your best man?
is that even a question?
Yo! I can't wait to tell the guys.
So
Oh dear God, we gotta tell them. Oh dear God, we gotta tell your father.
the
Dear
Droofy
God.
walks over, and Ventus, you hear him because he says it in giant. He says, oh, she's going to be a handful for him.
Do I see the
He doesn't really know the party that I run with.
so wait, the giant says that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, bro, when you said headbutt a stone, I didn't know there was marriage on the other end of that. I'm glad I lost.
That's not so bad. And he points off to the left, and there's kind of like a wood bridge going from one tree to another. And he points in the line of minotaurs up there, and he says, "That one's my wife."
Oh, so how does that work? I mean, I get y'all are both like pretty big species, but
Trust
I guess
me,
you're happy.
it works.
I don't think it would work with me. So better y'all than me. I'll take a head injury. I'm good. Jesus.
So he says, tells you and Giant, follow me, and I'll bring you back out so they can bring you to the final trial.
Alrighty. And I tell him.
Sure you don't want to go, Ventus? You sure you don't want to go for a rematch? See if you can pass the trial.
Do I look around? I look around. Do I see the like the scarlet red minotaur?
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk up to her and I say, good match, and I reach out to shake her hand.
She looks at your hand and looks at you, and she goes, "That wasn't a match. That was to see if you were worthy as a husband. You were not."
He's a little
Now-
confused, but he's got
Now,
spirit.
why not? You want to go again?
Because if I do it again, I might break your skull.
I could see that. Yeah, that was pretty hard. You hit me pretty hard. Yeah, I don't think we're a good match, anyways. But I just wanted to tell you thank you. It was nice to meet you. And I shake her hand, and I start walking away like.
As you shake her hand, she says, "It was interesting to see a human take a hit that hard."
Thank you. My family seems to think I'm pretty hard-headed, so I'm glad I survived that. I'm glad
I
I went
agree.
first.
So the Droofy walk you guys back out. When you guys clear it, Zane, Lons, you guys see them exit from the first trial.
Ventus, it'd be fun if we don't tell him yet.
Why?
The Droofy is walking
Let it be
out
a surprise.
with them.
Yeah, you're right. That is pretty funny. Let's not tell him.
You with us, Lons?
Yeah, I'm here.
So you see the two of them walk out. Kenai leans over to you, Lons, and says, "Well, he's alive. Do you think you could have passed a trial of getting headbutted by a Minotaur?"
Oh, I don't even. That's not a question I need answered.
Fair enough. Would you have done it if you had no knowledge of what a trial would have been?
I mean, if it was just a feat of strength, maybe.
Good answer. Speaking of, your engaged friend will be here shortly.
And what now?
Your engaged friend, your companion.
So, I'm sorry. Engaged.
I'm just as lost as you are, pal.
Well, I would say friends because they both are alive, but the little one looks a little shook. I think he might have failed.
But no. Let's kind of roll it back. Engaged?
Yes.
There was an engaged. What happened back there?
Well, for minotaurs that have been gone to reintroduce themselves to the herd, they have to pass a trial. The trial is based on a draw to determine which tribe puts on the first trial.
Okay, and
The Stout Skulls won the trial.
but the trial is to get married.
No, it's just fun to do. Plus,
This
we
boy-
need more stone skins born, and this is a great way to make it happen.
This boy ain't ready for that.
No, he's not.
She looks at you and smiles
Okay,
and
not
says,
exactly wrong.
She looks at you, smiles, and says, judging by his current appearance, I don't think she is.
Oh, God. He's
Yeah, I
just
got my weight.
he's kind of put his hands through his hair, and he's just like, huh. Okay.
Turok Ventus, as you guys approach, Kenai walks up to you, Turok, and says, congratulations, you've clearly survived your trial. She
Thank
looks
you.
at you, Ventus, and goes, well, you survived it. Did you win?
I've never been so happy to lose a fight in my life.
It does show strength of character to be willing to step into something with zero knowledge.
Well, if it involves protecting my friend here, then I'll do anything. It doesn't matter.
He wanted to go again before, they announced that, I'd be getting married, and then he immediately changed his mind.
Yeah, I've never been so happy to lose a fight, if we're being real.
Well, at least you were a good sport about it.
Of course, she was extremely nice. Very hard head.
As it should be. She turns to Lons and Zane and says the second trial involves you two as his companions.
Okay. Am I not? Hold on. And I'm like, hold up. Nobody else is getting married here, right? Like we're.
I cannot give you the details of the trial before you start it. If I do that, then you would be making something happen to force the prophecy one direction or another.
I kind of like being Pringle. I'm not gonna lie. I just.
Come on, Zane, you'll be fine.
We gotta be bros before we're hoes, man. Gotta be bros
Will you
first.
help us?
I'm starting to think that Nimue is his secret wife.
Are you willing to help us to prove that he is part of this prophecy?
Yes.
Then follow me, the two of you. Turok, Ventus, please wait here.
Okay.
Okay.
What should I wear, Turok?
Honestly, that's a good question. I'm actually kind of hungry, though. I'm actually really starving right now. Let's grab some grub and talk about it.
Yeah, call it the Last Supper.
So she walks the two of you to the edge
Last
of a
minute
forest,
bachelor party?
and at the edge of the forest are two minotaurs. So if you will follow these two gentlemen, they will lead you to your next trial.
Okay.
She says, please do not use your firearm.
As I'm looking at my rifle, and I'm like, okay. And I raise my arm up and raise the gun with it, and then I just make it disappear.
Alright. It says, follow them. They will give you instructions when you reach your destination. As you guys reach your destination, they tell you, go beyond those gates. Once you enter, close the gates behind you and your trial will begin.
Great. Okay. So, Zane nods and goes ahead and pulls his hair back and puts it into the ponytail, and he's like, "I guess if we gotta do something, do it. Let's do it."
Alrighty. So you guys walk up to the gates. Oh, where did it go? I lost it.
I like we lost your face.
No. There we go. As you close the gate behind you, you hear music start to play. Give me your perception checks.
Okay.
14.
14, alright.
Be good tonight. 27.
27. Alright. As you turn around, you see you're kind of standing inside of a small 30 by 30 arena. The music playing just loud enough to be heard over the crowd. As you look about, you can see that the stands are completely packed shoulder to shoulder.
Why do I feel feeling this way?
Standing in the middle of the arena is what appears to be a golem of a sort. But it's built wrong. It's not large and bulky. It's very human. It's about the height of a human, the build of a human. Zero expression on its face. Give me a insight check. Both of you.
Damn. 12.
12?
22.
22. You recognized what this is. You've seen this in passing. Mostly in museums. But you've never seen one in person. Alive. You recognize it as a Warforged soldier.
Oh, wow.
A Warforged soldier.
To give you an idea of what this looks like, give me just a moment. This is what you see standing in the middle of the arena.
Oh, shit.
Over the announcement, you hear, "Welcome to your trial. Your job here today is to defeat this Warforged soldier. Should you succeed, you don't have to worry about your friend's wedding being ruined, because he will actually live long enough to get married. Should you fail, he will be let loose to attack your friend.
What are the conditions for his defeat?
Kill him."
Why does he have...
Say it one more time.
said, why does he have to die?
It was his choice. Any worthy foe in his eyes, and you can ask him yourself, worthy of fighting him must be able to kill him.
It's your choice. It's your choice.
The Warforged soldier walks forward and stands in front of the two of you about 5 feet away. He raises his shield and he raises his sword and says, I am Lamanok. I will defeat you unless you manage to kill me. Take up your arms and let us begin.
I look up at him and I'm like, and I'm Zane Corvus. I am of dying.
He takes his stance. Roll your initiatives.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Okay.
Also 12.
All right. Well, the two of you roll to see who's going to go first.
13.
14.
All right. So it'll be Zane, Lons, then the Warforged. Zane, you're up first.
And I'm not allowed to use Voidbreaker? Or I am allowed to use Voidbreaker.
The only thing she saw was the rifle. This is actually up to you. She asked you not to use your firearm.
The only thing about that is I gotta.
Give me an
Okay.
insight check, Zane.
$25.
Okay. You feel like the reason she mentioned that is because she wants to see if you're willing to go the honorable route or the easy route.
Wow. I mean, honor is important to me, and I don't want anything bad to happen to a friend either, so. Okay, well, Zane activates Expeditious Retreat and Long Stride to give himself speed.
Okay.
So you'll click his heels, you'll see him click, click, and then he's now, like, the thing is activated, that Mach 2 kind of thing, so I have an extra 40 on top of my run and dash.
Alright.
And then you see Zane crouch, like he's ready to spring into action.
Okay.
And then you watch him bolt off to the right, and then with another activation of his rune, he goes ahead and he activates his spider climb.
Okay.
And he'll like run around the wall of the arena and be like on the wall as far as it will take him.
Alright.
And then as soon as I'm at the farthest part of my movement, I'll wait there and I'll start charging my. You'll see me reach out my left arm and start charging a rune for it.
Okay. Lons?
Let's see. Sorry, reading on something.
It's alright.
Okay. I'm gonna activate something called True Strike.
Okay.
Gives me advantage on attack roll.
All right.
Yeah, the first attack roll against the target. Okay. And just want to take one of my throwing axes and just toss it straight at his head.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Let's see if I can remember. Let's see. Okay, so d20 times 2. Huh. Yeah, so that's a 20.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
A nat 20.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find those bad boys.
So it's going to be times 2 damage.
Okay. What are they called? Did I never put them in? I guess I never put them in. Or they were never put in, rather. Alright. So 1d8. Thrown 1d12. I don't know if I even understand that. A 1d8 versatile, thrown was 1d12. I'm not sure what that meant when I wrote it down.
Versatile. So versatile means if you threw it with one hand or two.
Okay.
So one-handed, it's a D8. Versatile, it's a D12.
Okay.
So
okay.
if you have it in two hands and you rear it back over your head and chuck it like you're throwing the axe with both hands, you'll do 1d12 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna just take it with one hand, toss it.
Okay.
Let's see. It's gonna be a 1d8. 2. I do 2 damage.
Times 2.
No, it was 1 times 2. Oh yeah.
It hits him in the head, and you can hear it just go think. And he kind of drops his shield a little bit and looks at you. And you can almost see confusion in what he considers eyes.
I want to keep my composure.
He goes after you.
I'm gonna keep
You're
my
gonna
composure.
keep your composure.
Just stare at him like I meant exactly what just happened to happen.
I believe you have 2 attacks.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna throw the other one the exact same way.
Okay.
I need to do attack roll first on the second one, or they
Yes.
both count. Okay. That's on for my first attack. So, all right, I got a 10.
That would be a miss.
All right.
Is that with your bonuses? And your modifiers?
I mean,
Yeah, like you're proficient, right?
I don't know if I'm proficient in these.
Yeah, but you'd still add your strength
Strength.
to that,
Oh yeah, I didn't have strength.
which is
I
a
mean,
plus 4, so
it
it's
would
14.
only be 14.
14? Yeah, that would still miss.
Yeah, I didn't think it mattered anyway.
Alright.
You never
So
know.
he's going to take a swipe at you. What's your AC?
16. That sounded like a lot of die just rolled. Should I be scared?
No, I have a dice tower now.
Oh, I heard.
Let's see. So 17, that would hit.
Damn you.
So for that first attack, motherfucker. So he does a whopping 4 damage to you. And then Zane, what's your AC? His second attack, he's gonna launch his sword at you.
17, or actually 8.
Oh, he just missed.
Hmm.
So right next to you, his sword sinks itself into the wall.
I just look at the sword and I look back at him. I'm like, good try.
All right, initiatives.
Uh, 14.
9.
All right, it's going to be Lons, Zane, Warforge.
Yeah.
So Lons, you're up first.
All right. Where did he end up after the attack?
He's still in the same spot.
What did he hit me with?
Sword. He attacked you first.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I'm
Sword.
let's see.
Might. I'm not.
All right. I'm just gonna take a nice big horizontal slash with my battle axe.
All right.
And I get it's a 9.
No, wait. I actually, on his way to do the attack, I go over my comm and I use my my flash of genius, and I tell him to aim for the shoulder joint.
Okay. What kind of bonus does that give him?
It was. Flash of genius. Oh, add +5 to the roll.
So 14.
14, and then you got to add your strength modifier.
Real quick,
Yes.
out of game, Ming.
Yeah.
His throwing axe, is that considered a martial weapon or a simple weapon?
Simple.
Because he's proficient in both. So he would have added that +4 proficiency for his throwing axe too. So it should have been a +8 to hit.
Okay.
top
Well,
of
that's
what he
good to know
rolled.
now.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll know to add
yes,
that next time.
In this
Yes.
phase, so that goes into it.
Yeah, your current one,
Yeah.
you'll have to add that as well because you are proficient with this axe.
Yes. So it's 9 + 8.
Whatever your proficiency bonus is.
So
plus
17.
Yeah, so it's 17 plus his 5, which is 23,
That's a hit.
or 22 rather. Okay, and it's what are you at? All right, 1d8 plus 4. There we go. Alright, so we got 7 plus 4 is 11 plus slashing damage, so 15 damage.
Nice.
And I hit him right in the shoulder.
Right in the shoulder. All right, and for your second attack?
Uh, hmm. I don't know if I can even get creative with it. I just want to, I guess, dislodge the axe from his shoulder and just swing right back into the same spot.
All right.
We're going to do that. Which gives me a good old 26.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Better. Alright, so we're going to go. So that's 4 plus 4 plus 4, that's 12. So 12
12.
damage.
Nice. All right. Zane?
I extend my left arm. I cast Firebolt at him
Okay.
for the first attack. Oh, jeez. That's a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
But she said no firearms.
This is bullshit. I didn't pull out the gun. The gun's what matters.
But you're using an actual firearm.
That's 10 damage.
How much?
10.
10?
Yeah,
Alright.
and I'm doing it again. 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
And better. Yay.
You cut out
14.
14. Alright. That was your second attack?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So, Lons, give me a perception check real quick. I want to see if you see this or not.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, you
Yeah.
definitely see it. So just before he makes his attack at you, you see a blade shoot out of the top of his forearm across the top of his hand that's attached to his arm. Literally extends it out and takes a swing at you. With a 22.
I use stone endurance. That's a reaction.
Okay, what does that allow you to do?
It reduce damage dealt by 1d12 plus 1.
Good call. All right, let's see what this thing does. 1d6 plus 3. So 7.
And I take 3 damage less.
Alrighty. And with his free action, he's going to pull his javelin off his back. And he's going to launch it at you, Zane.
He ain't happy about the fire.
Oh, yeah. Nat 20, baby.
Damn.
Should have moved.
For a total of 6 damage.
Okay. You need me to do the thing for it, or you got it?
Do what thing?
Do you need me to take the damage? Never mind, I already did it.
I think it was wanting to know if you were going to take the damage off of his or not.
Oh, no, do it yourself.
Okay.
I don't have electronics going right now. Alright, initiatives. God, this guy's rolling poorly for initiative.
So am I.
5.
Damn. Me too. 5.
All 3 of us have to re-roll.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
So it's just a straight roll.
8.
9.
Mexican standoff.
Fucking natural 1.
Oh, so he gets to go first.
Bullshit. No. That's a fucking initiative roll. That's a re-roll. Don't do it. Don't.
No, because we were determining who was going to go first from all 3 of us rolling a 5.
I know that, but that shouldn't count as a natural 1 for a fuck up.
Well, no, it's not a fuck up. It's the order of who's going to go.
Okay, yeah, fine. That's cool. I don't
Yeah,
mind being
no, it's not a fuck up roll.
Just be glad you rolled it on an initiative roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
it just means you go last.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Fuck.
I want both of you to roll a perception real quick.
Oh boy. Shit. I mean, it's technically a 9, goddammit. But I rolled a nat 1, so fuck it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Lons didn't roll any better. He rolled a natural 2.
Yeah.
So neither
Rock
one of
and
you
roll.
notice him do this. What was your AC again, Zane? 18?
8.
8. 8?
18.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Imagine.
Alright. So this is gonna be a glancing blow. You get hit with the javelin again.
And I looked back to where the javelin was, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
So what you didn't notice was he recalled it.
Shit, it's a returning weapon.
So 5 plus 3 is 8, so you take 4 damage. And then he swings backhanded at Lons and catches nothing but air with a 7. Initiatives.
Wait. We didn't get our...
Yeah, he went.
Huh?
We haven't done anything yet.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Lons is
He's
next.
used to
I'm
the
sorry.
golden Going last.
Yeah, I'm used to him
Yeah.
going last.
No, bitch. No. We ain't doing this.
All right, Lons,
Alright.
you're up. He just
Alright.
missed you.
Sweet. I want to take a good reverse swing and hit him right back in the same shoulder.
All right. You're uppercutting the armpit.
Yes, indeed. With 13.
That would be a miss.
She's gonna try again.
He's gonna come back down.
Yes. This time with a 21. No, 22.
Oh, that's a hit. That's definitely a hit.
22. There's a deepest bow. Alright, so we're looking at 11.
11. Nice. All right, and Zane.
I looked down at the javelin that's in the wall right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't recalled it to him. And can I use the spell magic on that?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it at 3rd level,
Okay.
and I'm going to use it on the I mean, it says, let me see. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell at 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting. But so basically, if it's 3rd level or lower, it's gonna dissipate and be gone.
All right. You visibly see the rune remove itself.
All right, so I've dispelled the magic on that, and then I turn around, I look at him, and I cast Guiding Bolt with my left hand.
All right.
It's a 16.
How much?
16.
That will be a glancing blow. So
All
half
right.
damage.
All right, so 10 damage, but you'll see the big purple beam just shoot out of his hand and hit him. Just kind of.
Alrighty. So that was your second initiative.
I want to see his reaction whenever he fucking realizes he can't pull that thing back to him.
I got a nat 1, baby.
God damn! Fuck! What the fuck is this?
What'd you roll?
I got a natural 1 on initiative.
Okay, well, you guys have to roll to determine who's going to go first. Between the two of you.
14.
15, bitch!
Alright, so it's going to be Warforged, Zane, and Lons. He
You
rolled
didn't
a
have
5.
to say bitch at the end of that. You didn't have to.
So, He goes to recall.
That's a waste of an action, by the way.
Yep. And it doesn't come to him. And you kind of see him straighten up a little bit. But you, Zane, will definitely see this happen. So he goes ahead and recalls his sword.
Oh shit! Goddamn. Well, it's a sword.
And he braces with the shield. And that's the end of his turn.
All right, so then he braces with his shield. Who is he bracing towards, me or him?
Lons.
And I'm practically on the other side of this bitch.
Yep. So, Lons, it is your go, and you will be attacking with disadvantage.
Attacking with disadvantage?
Oh no, Zane, it's your turn. That's right. You go first. You rolled higher.
All right. So, yeah. I'm gonna do...
I'll explain it when we get to you.
I'm gonna... This motherfucker. Again. And that's a 23.
That's a hit.
Boom. Big purple beam of fuck you.
For how much?
For 20.
Alright. In for your second?
Yep. And... Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll do it again. One last time.
Alright.
And that's a 24 to hit.
Okay.
For 27 damage this time.
Alright. Alright. Ons, it is now your turn. So you'll be rolling with a disadvantage because buckling down with that shield gives him protection. So it imposes a disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Okay. What is the shield made of? Metal?
Yes.
Metal shield? Okay.
Can I use another one of my flashes of genius for him?
How many do you have?
I have 5 of them.
Yep.
I tell him, I'm like, if you notice the way that he's holding his shield, the angle is down and to the left, so you have that opening if you can manage to come in from the bottom right.
Alright. I decided to cast Thunderclap.
Alright.
See, so far it says 2. Let's see, what level am I? Probably, I can't even tell. Okay, it's level 1. So that is 2d6 of damage. But I gotta roll for attack first. With a disadvantage, right?
Right. Take the lower of the 2.
Damn, it's a 4.
Oh.
Whatever it is, it's less than a 10.
Total's less than 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a miss on the first one.
Okay. Gonna try it a second time. Are they both disadvantage?
Yeah, you're at disadvantage while attacking him.
It's a fucking 3. Goddamn.
Alright, we're back to the top of the pecking order after that. Roll those initiatives.
Alright, I got a 15.
Aha! 42.
A what?
2.
You gotta take. It's gonna be Warforged with the 18, Lons, and Zane.
Why? I had a 22.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
22.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out every time you say 20.
Sorry, my initiative is actually 19, technically.
19.
should-
Okay,
yeah.
so it's Zane, Lons, Warforged.
About it, we got our battle music there. That's great.
You don't hear that?
Needs distortion.
Yeah, I'm just
A lot of it.
plucking away at it, just trying to biding my
Anyway,
time.
what are we doing?
So I'm trying to determine that right now.
I think my metal die is slightly larger than my plastic one.
They typically are.
Gonna get my arm a second to cool down and use a lesser spell, so I'm gonna go back to using Firebolt.
Okay.
Because I think I only. How many times did you say I could use those spells on my arm? Like 10 times.
What level are you now?
I'm a level 10, so
Okay, so you should be able to use them twice as many times as before. I think you had 10. Was it 10? No, it was 5 a day at first, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm going off of what you told me last time.
No, it was 10. On certain ones, you were able to do 10. The fireball was one of your lower class spells, right?
Yeah, it's technically a cantrip.
Okay. Yeah, the cantrips you have 10 a day. So at level 10, you would now be at 20 a day.
Okay. Okay. So what about my level 3 spells?
It would go from 5 a day to 10 a day.
Okay. I've still got 8 more. Okay, but I'm gonna hold that in reserve. I'm gonna go back to using the firebolt for this one, for these next 2 attacks,
All right.
and use my firearm. That's the first one's a 14.
Yeah, that would definitely be a miss.
Okay, well. Second one's an 18.
That's a hit.
I get excited that he's actually going to hit, and I say, please hurt this son of a bitch. I cast Bardic Inspiration with my voice.
There you go.
Already.
Give you an extra 1d8 worth of damage.
Okay. So that's good. That's gonna be good because I only rolled fucking 4 with that. Okay. Well, then now there's that hits him for 8 damage with fire bolt.
All you needed was the 4. He only had 1 left. Lons, you see hit the light in his eyes flicker. And he looks up at you, and just before the lights go out in his eyes, says, "Worthy indeed." And the lights go out, and his body just falls over to the side.
I was hoping he was going to say he loved me or something, but that's cool too.
You see Zane just kind of jump down off the wall and kind of grab his arm and flex it.
You hear the roar of the crowd as you guys win the match, and you hear the announcer come over and say, "Because you've defeated him, one of you gets the shield, one of you gets the sword." Who wants what?
I definitely feel like
look.
I need a shield.
Yeah. I'll take the sword.
Alrighty. So the shield's going to bump your AC up by 2 points whenever you're using it. If you have it strapped on your back as if you're wearing it like armor, you'll have that continued +2 to your AC when it's being attacked from behind. You also gain protection because of that when you're using it like a proper shield. If you actually use what it's called a reaction, but if you say I'm going to use protection, that's going to put whoever's attacking you head on at disadvantage on their attack rolls. You see several more Warforged walk out and pick up the body. And then there's one additional Warforged that walks over, picks up the sword. He walks over and climbs up the wall, yanks the javelin out, comes back down, and he walks up to you, Zane, and he says, "Would you prefer the sword or the javelin?"
I look at him like, I think I'll take the sword.
And he hands you the sword. He says, "The reason I ask is we have to put one of these with him as we lay him to rest."
Do you think he'd rather have his sword or the javelin?
As a soldier, probably his sword.
And then I give him the sword.
When you hand him the sword back, you see him wave his hand over top of the javelin, and you see the rune come back. And he hands you the javelin. And so I've replaced the rune that you removed.
I'd look at it, thank you. I'm like, I could have done it, but...
Yo.
Consider it a great gift, for he was a great warrior.
Indeed he was.
He gives you a nod, and he turns around and he follows the other two out with the body of the fallen Warforged. The announcer says, "Congratulations on your win. You can exit the arena, and your guides will be waiting for you."
I'm not getting married, right?
Do you want to?
No, I really don't.
I am already out the fucking arena, dog.
As you guys exit the arena, the two Minotaurs are standing outside waiting on you. And they say, well, we can tell by the chant of the crowd, y'all definitely had it in the bag. Congratulations on your victory. Hopefully
Can you
that
tell me more
sword...
about
So the javelin does 1d6 for damage. You're going to add your strength modifier to it. It has a 30-foot reach and a 120-foot throwing distance.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, 30-foot reach?
Yes.
Holy shit.
30 reach.
Do you want to inspect it?
What is this, the power pole but a javelin?
As you're inspecting it and you're rotating the javelin in your hand, you see a little button. And when you hit the button, it expands.
Yep.
And when you hit it again, it retracts.
It's the Dragon Ball power pole but a javelin.
Yo.
You can get real creative with the use of this thing.
Uh-huh.
Imagine if Torok had it.
If he had it.
Yep. Be a great wedding gift.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up on that one, Chief.
Right.
Not a new toy to play with.
So now they're walking you guys
Hey,
back
I
to
can
the
test
camp.
it.
What? Let me figure out how to fucking make one of these, and then I'll give you. Yeah. Then you might get.
You guys are getting walked back to the camp. Ventus and Turok, you see them walking back up, so you automatically assume that they were victorious in their portion of the trial. Kenai leans over to you, Ventus, and says, "Well, clearly they were successful. What do you think the odds were?"
Whoever they were up against didn't stand a chance.
It was a Warforged, I promise you that much.
Well, we have a sanguine sage and a rosemary bard.
Liquid and scent have no effect on metal.
Well, you don't know. You don't know my guy, especially considering generally how handicapped Zane probably was. You told him not to use his gun, so he probably didn't use it.
That's what we're about to find out. As the two of you approach, Kenai walks up to you and says, "How was your test? Clearly you succeeded."
I just kind of I had the javelin over one shoulder, and I've got my left hand, and I'm flexing it. And I'm like, "There's a bit of a test of my my new prosthetic arm."
Oh? You didn't use any of your firearms?
And I'm like, and I kind of wince for a second, and I'm like, well, and then I kind of open my hand, and I had like a flame come up in it. And I'm like, this didn't count, right?
She kind of grins a little bit and she says, "A literal firearm. No, I would say that you were well within the rules."
And then I just close my hand again, and the flame disappears. I'm like, then no.
I look at Zane for a second, put my hand on my chin. Why does that look familiar? And I just look at him, and I get closer, and I'm just like, Did you name your arm?
No.
She hears this and she looks at you and she goes, "Why would he name his arm?"
I don't know, because of this, and then I light fire up in my hand,
Oh.
and then I close it up.
So you were hoping for recognition.
Well, consider that's kind of my signature move there.
And then you just see Zane like reach up, and you see him snap his fingers, and like a whole shower of sparks go off in every direction. I'm like, I've got more tricks up my sleeve. Let's just not go there.
I'll be like, well, you don't know what I've been doing either, so.
Says, "Well, congratulations on passing your trial, and thank you for adhering to an honorable role. Honor is a very big deal, as your kind would say, amongst our culture."
I couldn't dishonor my kin.
And we thank you for that.
Thank you, Uncle Zane.
Says, "Now that your separate trials have been completed, the final trial will involve all four of you. If you will follow me."
Oh boy.
She takes you up a third and final path. And as you're approaching these gates, the very clearly makeshift, you hear music coming from the other side. On the outside of the gates is your bride-to-be. Standing next to her is the Droofy that you spoke with, Ventus.
I look at him and I wave.
And he lifts his axe way up in the air and waves back to you.
What are y'all
And-
buddies now?
I think so.
Next to him is his wife. And standing right at the gate is the father of the bride. As you guys approach, it says, "Welcome to your third and final trial." And he swings the doors open. And inside you see tables covered in all kinds of different furs and scales, weapons and foods and drinks. He says, "This is where you will begin. If you can make it to the other side, you will have passed your third and final trial." And he grabs his daughter's hand and says, "Hopefully, we will see you on the other end." And he walks her all the way across. He walks her about 200 feet away from the gate. And as he's walking, you see individuals lining up, completely blocking off any form of an exit to the left or the right side. And then you see, Turok, you're going to recognize a lot of these markings. You see markings of the Vigil Runner clan, the Stout Skulls, the Bear Hearts, the Keen Eyes, and the Nimble Hoofs. Multiple members filling in the aisle in between the two walls of Minotaurs and Dwarves. On the left and the right side, all the Minotaurs and Dwarves have grabbed shields and have formed a shield wall. From the other end of the aisle, you hear Stout Skull say, "Let the run begin." The Drufi puts his hand on your shoulder, Ventus, and says, "No weapons. Just get to the other end."
I say back to him, I didn't intend on using them. And then I holler at everybody, "No weapons. We just have to make it past them."
Zane's like, that's it?
That's it.
Upon
Does the
saying
shield
that,
count?
the Drufi's wife says, "It's not as easy as you think. Run hard and run fast."
Do shields count as
Like,
weapons?
They do.
Shit.
you hear Zane, you hear Zane's boot click, click.
I crack my knuckles and I
Upon the
get down.
click, you feel a heavy hand on the back of your shoulder. Ventus, you'll understand what's being said. Zane, you won't.
Why would
Because it's giant. Wait, do you speak giant? Oh, you do! So you do understand him. That counts as a weapon.
what?
This requires you to only use yourself.
Oh, that means you got to go one arm.
I am this is me. And I slap my hand, I'm like, this is me.
Don't use any of your abilities. Just your own natural strengths.
Let's gotta run. Okay, so I click my heels again, I'm like, fuck.
Well, I was literally going to use my lance to pole vault over them.
You were going to use your what to pole vault?
I was going to use my lance.
I grab him by the front of his armor and I pull him down to me. I'm like, the lance counts, bitch.
I know. I was going to use it. I was going to bull rush, jam it into the ground, and pole vault over them. But, you know, gone. Alright, set down my shield, lance,
So
daggers.
all four of you, roll strength checks.
All right, real quick.
Oh, I can't start off by bull rushing?
So,
Okay.
I look back at the giant and the Drufi, and I say, "So I can't use any magic?"
None.
Okay.
This is the wedding run.
All right.
Give me
18.
Well, before I roll, I'm gonna activate Giant's Might as my bonus action. I can't use Giant's Might.
You cannot use any of your abilities.
No abilities, just
All
run.
natural.
All right.
on next round.
All right.
You can use your natural bonuses for your strength and your dex.
Okay.
You cannot use any magic. You cannot use any weapons. No runes. This is just you plus your bonus.
I'm an artificer. I'm supposed to be smarter than the other people. Not. Okay.
Smarter
get
don't
down
make you
like-
stronger.
I get down like I'm about to start sprinting forward as fast as possible.
As soon as you do, oh, I'm so glad you did this. The Drufi's wife walks up behind you and full swing. Go! Slaps
All
you
right.
right on the ass.
and I take off running as fast as possible. All right, I'm rolling strength. I'm rolling strength.
The strength with which your booty slaps together.
Did you use nat 20? Oh, that's beautiful. You blow through the first Minotaur like he's not even there.
But I want you to. All right,
And
everybody.
it's a
Everybody.
stout skull.
Everybody, I want you to
Woo!
picture this. I am like right at 6 foot, maybe 6'1" or 2", right? I'm right at that height. And that's a Minotaur. And I'm just a little guy.
On top of that, it is a stout skull Minotaur
Jesus
who
Christ.
is in a sprint stance as if he was going to run forward. This is their natural stance to be able to withstand a direct hit. And you just blew through him like he wasn't even there.
I threw him over my shoulder. Get out of the way.
We lost Turok.
Oh, that's so good, dude. That was the luckiest nat 20 I've gotten all season.
Yeah. Lons, roll your strength check for your run.
I thought I rolled at 18 earlier. Is that the same
18?
one? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
18.
And you pile over a bear heart. It is a jet black Minotaur who is literally just standing up straight with one hoof back in a boxing stance, and you barrel through him, knocking him clean over on his back.
That's what you get.
Zane,
Uh-huh.
what'd you roll?
17 for my dex.
Holy crap. You blow through a vigil runner.
Huh.
As he's running at you and you're running at him, because you went with your dex, you sidestepped him and he never had a chance to touch you.
Huh.
Turok.
Can I trip him?
I'm gonna use Bull Rush.
Can't use your abilities.
Just strength check.
Strength or dex.
We can't use any of our abilities.
How is Bull Rush an ability,
It's a
technically?
feat. Bull rush is a feat.
Okay. Alright.
Same reason I can't use them, right?
Same reason I can't use Giant Smite.
Taking off, hitting the ground.
Strength or dex.
Definitely strength.
Alright.
My dex is a 13. Not great. Also, that is not great. That's 11.
You just tied up with a nimble hoof.
Ooh.
You guys are locked. Best of 3 rolls. Straight 20s. He's got you on the first one.
Motherfucking, I rolled a 17 too.
Nat 20.
God damn it.
Number 2.
17.
Oh, that's definitely you.
Okay, it's not
For the
gonna
win.
14.
7.
Haha!
Huzzah!
You managed to get him off his feet. And you just kind of let go of him as his feet come out from underneath of him.
Oh, I was like blindside Michael Orr, just pick him up and carry him.
Alright, back to the top. Ventus.
Alright, another strength.
Strength or dex?
Alright. Let me see what my dex is. I don't think it's as good as my strength. Yeah, not quite. Alright, I'm going with strength.
Alright.
+5. No, +3. It's a strength check, right?
Yes.
Okay. +3 so that is a dirty 20.
Goes to you. You had a 19.
Woo! Talk about lucky, bro.
You just you bounced shoulder to shoulder against a bear heart. Lance.
It's another strength check.
Yes. Strength or dex, whichever one you want to run with.
That's when it.
Oh, God. And you just blew through a vigil runner. You hit him so hard you almost flipped him. Zane.
Okay.
Strength or dex.
Beat that hoe.
Dex.
Alright. With a what?
14.
14? Definitely beats my 2.
Woo!
No matching is, but are you sure?
So you kind of, as you're approaching the stout skull, they rear up like they're going to grab you. And you just spin on your heel right around him like he's standing still. Turak.
Dude, I'm picturing this whole situation. It's so funny. Just seeing Zane behind everybody just and all three of us are just ramming these dudes like, get out the way, go.
I'm just like dancing around him.
He's like, thanks for clearing the way, boys.
Turak.
30-20.
And you just bulldozed a stout skull. You hit him so hard, it's like going through a piece of paper.
Was it a headbutt?
No, it was
Damn.
your chest to his head.
Okay.
Yeah, he thought.
Ventus.
He thought he was going to hit you. Strength. Bro.
A nat 20. God damn.
20.
Oh.
Best of 3.
Oh, so it was both nat 20? So I didn't add my modifier yet. So does
I
that
didn't
matter?
either.
Oh.
It was nat 20, nat 20.
Dude, talk about, all right, best of 3.
So it's going to be best of 3, and it's just a straight 20 roll.
Okay. 14.
13. You got the first.
Okay.
Second.
16.
19.
All right,
Third and final. Oh, you better
Alright.
beat this one.
please.
Did you just roll another nat 20? I rolled a 5.
Bro, like,
With that one, you literally, as you guys are locked up, holding each other's, basically gripping each other's opposite forearms, struggling back and forth, trying to throw one to the side of the other. You literally, it looks like a judo flip without his feet being taken out from under him. You slam him so hard to the left, his feet just go airborne.
Ooh, shoulders
Do I
first,
notice-
baby.
Can I roll to see if I notice this?
Perception, absolutely.
I don't.
You
That's
don't notice.
11.
All right, Lons.
It's all that
Damn, I was
practice
hoping I
with
did.
Turok.
I was
Yeah.
hoping I did so I could compliment you.
Yes.
You're well.
Yeah. It's 4 this time.
Oh, someone just stopped Lons dead in his track. The Lons, you run into a bear heart again, and you bounce right off of him and moves you backwards.
Well, that's lame.
Okay. Oh, shit. I rolled a 3, so 6.
Roll a 7.
Oh, come on.
A nimble runner grabs a hold of your shirt and yanks you back in front of him as you try to pass him.
Oh no.
And
Zero.
Zane gives him like the worst stick eye ever. Like,
14.
14. You're tied up, best of 3. It is you and another stout skull.
Oh, fuck.
Now, as you guys grip each other, he looks at you and says, "You've got the option. You want to try to go head to head?"
What's the other option?
Struggle. The head to head is going to be 1. Otherwise, it's going to see who flips who with the best of 3.
oh, prove yourself.
Let's go head to head.
D100.
Oh.
He lets go of you, you let go of him. He backs up, drops down into a sprinter position.
I'm gonna do the same.
Here we go.
$37.
36.
What?
Oh my god!
I rolled 36.
Oh my god!
You guys hit each other head to head so hard, he just buckles. And you kind of topple off to the left a little bit. Like he just rang your bell.
Oh. Yep, stout skull indeed.
And as you stand up, the bride-to-be's father is standing in front of you and says, "Congratulations. You've passed the marriage run."
Yep, what about them?
You were the only one that had to make it to the end. We just wanted to see if they could do it.
Good work, team. Oh.
But it's also customary for the groom's party to run with him, whether they succeed or fail.
And
So we
I-
made it through them, right?
I'm like, I'm not done yet.
I'm like,
Hold on, I want to see if he hears that.
I was about to say.
Whoops. Ah! I dropped my die. He heard you loud and clear. Says, "Let him finish."
Let them all finish. I'm curious.
all right,
Ventus, do
Alright.
you want to finish as well?
all right, Zane, I got you
Lons?
back, buddy.
What's that?
Do you want to finish the run as well?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So it's going to start with you, Ventus.
Strength.
Actually, no, we're going to start with Zane since he's the one who said, "I'm not finished."
Placing bets.
This guy ain't. And I don't know. I just think.
All right, we ain't done.
Oh, I know y'all ain't done.
Would you roll?
19.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I say what I did?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so who am I standing up against? It's
It's the Nimble
It's
Runner.
the Nimblefoot, yeah.
Or, yeah,
okay.
the Nimble
Nimblehoof?
Hoof.
Yeah.
Nimble Hoof.
Oh, Nimblehoof. Okay, so I'm looking at Nimblehoof, and it's another Minotaur, right?
It's
Yep.
the same one. It's the one who pulled you in front of him.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the Nimblehoofs are Minotaurs. That's
Yes.
what I'm trying to make. Okay. So you see me reach up, and, like, you see me jump and grab his horns, and then I just use it to propel myself over him, like leapfrog over his ass.
As you're propelling yourself over, his eyes go wide as he's following your body up and over him.
Yo.
I don't know if he learned that from Ventus or Ventus learned that from him.
Lons?
You would have
I only got 5.
5?
Yeah.
gotta be shitting me.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
The bear heart that you bounced off of rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
So how do you pass him, Lons?
Gently. I don't know. Like I just put my hand on his shoulder and just walk past him. I don't know, just casually.
Just Inventus.
All right.
Good game, buddy.
Here we go. Let's see. 21.
It's you and a Kenai. Locked.
Wait, he got a 21 too?
She.
She, I meant. Wait,
Yep.
is that the lady that we was talking to earlier?
Mhm.
Oh, fuck
It's
yeah.
the one that knocked you out.
Oh,
Wait, it's the red.
Oh.
Yes.
that was
Dude, dude, you set this shit up, dude. There's no fucking way. How did this end? Okay, I'm not even mad.
She got a hold of you, and you've got a hold of her, and she goes head to head.
Head to head.
All right, she lets go, backs up, and gets down in that sprint stance.
I do
You
the
got
same.
this, Ventus.
100, dude.
And all I'm looking at is Turok and how me and him used to always mess around like this. I'm just like amped up. All right, strength.
D100.
Oh, D100. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Is it good or bad?
You about to find out.
94.
99.
Damn.
You guys hit heads so hard, you hear your neck crack,
Oh,
and you
How-
lose consciousness.
of course.
The three of you see her stumble off to the side and put her hands on the ground to catch herself from falling.
Huh.
Is he worthy now?
She kind of looks over at you groggily and goes, "Oh yeah," and just kind of flops down on her butt.
Two mages today?
She leans forward and grabs him by the shirt and drags him over. And
Just
she
like this.
leans into your ear and she goes, "I don't know if you can hear me. You're definitely worthy."
Can I roll for that?
Yes.
All right. What am I rolling? A perception?
Yes.
All right. Let me check my modifier. Oh, dude. Yo, 23.
Oh, you hear it, and it is the sweetest sound you've ever heard in your life.
I wake up out of a consciousness, I guess. And I'm just like,
It snaps you too, and she
Yeah.
says, "I offer my hand. Please accept."
I have to humbly decline.
She says, "You would dishonor me like that?"
No. And there's a lot. There is a lot going on with me that I still have to figure out. But
And
for
I will
your
figure
sake,
it out. I am willing to figure it out along your side.
that's very sweet. I will tell you this.
Her father walks up.
I will tell you this. I am a celestial.
That makes you even more worthy.
I don't know anything about who I am other than the son of a full rose, but I am adopted. So there's a lot I still don't know about myself, and
She's-
I could put you and your family in great danger.
She stands you up. Her father walks up, and he hands her a warhammer. She puts the base of the hilt of the warhammer on the ground and says, "By my skull and my hammer, I will pledge to follow and protect you as your wife, regardless of what happens." And her father leans over to you and whispers, "I understand that you may not want to say yes, but should you deny her, she will never be able to marry."
God. And I look at him and say, why?
And he whispers in your ear, "A denied proposal is shame upon her name that can never be removed."
I look at fuck. I look at Zane, and I look at Turok, and then I look at Lon.
Now keep in mind, they haven't heard what's been said to you. Her father has been whispering this to you.
I just look at them. I look at all three of them, and then I say, "All right."
He says, "Thank you for accepting." And she says, "Thank you for giving me this honor."
You're welcome. I'm not sure what you're expecting, but it'll be nice to have you as part of the team.
Says, "I will go where you need me, and I will stay where you need me. The choice is yours."
That's good enough for me.
My name is Asana.
Asana, I'm Ventus. It's a pleasure.
Her father walks up to the top of this platform that he has. And he's got tables all the way around him. There's 3 tables. Each table distinctly looks like is distinctly set up to mimic the appearance of each of his 3 daughters. He points to the table to his right for you and Asana. Turok, he points to the table on his left. What did I say her name was?
Asana.
No.
Not your bride, Turok.
Demio?
Demio, yes. Points to the left for you and Demio. From behind him, the 3rd daughter walks up and he says, "My 3rd daughter still has not found a worthy mate. And until a man is worthy to her standards, honorable." And he turns to the 2 of you, says, "Ventus and Turok. Full Rose will now be a clan, a tribe, recognized by us. And the Stoneskin tribe will finally grow once again. From this moment forth, I declare you married and one of us."
Hell yeah!
He hands both of you a bracer. Ventus, on your bracer, he's put a marking into it that has part of the Stout Skull emblem engraved in it. And on the bottom, he says, "Whatever your insignia is, please have it embedded here. Once your insignia is embedded, the 2 will join together to form your tribe's sigil." Turok Stoneskin, your sigil for the Stoneskins is already on here. Her sigil for the Stout Skulls is already here. Your new sigil is in the middle. And he hands it to you. You can design that to look however you want. With that, Kenai steps up and says the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Holy shit.
We know that Stone Skin is the true Stone Skin of the prophecies. He has completed all the trials. His companions have completed their portions just as the trials said they would, and in honorable fashion. Today we celebrate two things: the completion of their trials and a wedding, 2 weddings, and the fulfillment of the prophecy. This is one small step for us. Tomorrow, we aid them in whatever comes their way. From this day forward, St. Corvus and Lons Lebec, you are honorary amongst us and always welcome.
Huzzah.
Let us finish the night with drink and food and celebration. And in the morning, we will begin your journey.
Alright, guess I'm
And
gonna break up the
this-
Stoneskin line.
This is where we will end tonight's stream.
One small step.
Yo. Oh man, that was nuts, bro. We got a lot to talk about after this, but
Yeah.
I hope y'all look forward to seeing us next week. You can catch us next Wednesday around 7:30 or 8, depending on when everybody gets in. But we just wanted to say thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching tonight. We love y'all, and we really appreciate it, and we can't wait to see y'all next week. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes on social media, and we'll let you know when we're going live. We'll see y'all then. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You can't see it, but he's waving.
I'm actually not. Lons is out cold, though.
Alrighty.
Hey, Lons, good buddy.
Bro, can we talk about how crazy that shit was? What the fuck?
You like it?
How did I end up getting married to a fucking Minotaur?
There's something I have in store for you later on down the road. It's gonna be a pleasant surprise, I promise.
Well, so the main reason Ventus agreed, like, one, because he couldn't stand to see someone hurt like that. Like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I put them above me.
I was prepared for the no. I just wanted to see if you would stick with the no or not.
And
What I have prepared for you down the road works either way. It just works better married.
so the idea that I had, Ventus had, was, all right, if I'm gonna get married, It may not be, I don't know what exactly it is she's looking for in a husband, but we could use all the help we can get, especially navigating these foreign lands.
Mhm.
And I don't want to break their custom and make enemies of these people. Like,
Good call.
um, so it was kind of a pill I had to swallow, and it's for the good of not just us, but the good of the world. If we make peace like this, because it's intercontinental
Yep.
relations, I guess.
Look
Yep.
at you, diplomacy boy.
Well, I mean, my father, you
Yeah.
know. It was kind of dope how you said the thing about we recognize Full Rose as a clan, its own clan now. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Right. I was not expecting any of that at all. Like, I was like, okay, well, he's locked heads with her. She stumbles and falls in her ass. You know what? Toro could make a sly little joke, so here it goes. I say, and you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? I meant that as a. Okay.
So I gotta say that
I
even though
kind of feel like I kind of forced that.
even though I lost that role, I gotta say it still feels good being like a human headbutting a minotaur and getting their respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because story wise, it makes more sense for me to have lost that role.
Yeah.
But it's hype as fuck that she was like, because the first time I wasn't ready, but this time I was like, and I think back to all the times me and Turok were fucking around.
Yep. Oh, Bonds is out.
Oh,
Yeah, sounds like Aaron back in the day.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. I know he's tired. I'm tired too. We all tired.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, like but I think that's fucking hype, bro. Like, so
Dude.
as much as I was like against the idea of getting married, I just think like politically it makes sense. And like I said, my character has
We're
grown
still
a lot.
alive, right?
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
But on
What?
his.
It ain't-
It's on Zach's.
Oh God. Let's
Let's go to Messenger.
What happened?
Yeah.
Let's switch over to Messenger.
Unless he just woke up.
Huh?
Hey, buddy.
oh
Hey.
Hey. You good?
I want to
Yeah.
wrap up your real quick.
Yeah, we're still live on your end.
oh they're getting bonus content. They're gonna have to sign up for the Patreon if they want this.
Yeah, I don't know what made me do it, but I was just like, I clicked over on the deal and I didn't realize I'd had his open and not yours. And when I looked at the screen, I looked down, I saw myself like, that's not about to happen.
That's funny, dude. I was like, you said you're still alive, and I looked down at my thing. I'm like, no, I ain't.
Wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
But he said I was still live, but he was looking at your stream. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I ain't live. I clicked off. It says go live at the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had clicked on Go Hex.
Oh, it was all good.
But yeah, so I was having a really hard time figuring out what direction to go with this particular episode. And I knew I needed a way to introduce you guys to kind of the culture of this area. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I need to do something with the Stoneskin clan, because Tudorok and Andarin are literally the last of their kind to their own knowledge.
I thought Andarin, when he came to the Eden Strings, before we fought Nino, he found some.
Yeah, that was before Nino. This is since then.
Oh, see, that was the only time I've ever heard of them. I didn't know what happened after that.
You've made no attempt to contact your brother